So preseason, first of all, we're super excited to have had a preseason, as we're 2 years removed from having cross country as a sport here, right, within our conference. Last year we collectively decided to just move on to track and field. Very grateful for the season we had in the spring that felt like really real, almost normal. We're very grateful for that opportunity. But to be back and having preseason is just a wonderful blessing for our program that I'm sure that none of us are taking for granted right now. It's been a little hot and humid most days, as I'm sure just about everybody else is dealing with. So we're trying to get out early, get some quality sessions in. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing from our group so far. So men's side, we thought we have the chance to be pretty good this fall. So far, so good in that regard. A lot of guys came back very fit, ready to get after it. Women's side, a little bit more of an unknown for me. We're a little bit more middle distance centric in terms of our composition. But I really think people took that seriously over the summer, ready to step up. We've had a lot of people graduate over the last 2 years from our program, so we definitely have some gaps to fill on the women's side. But that's something I feel like we've done a good job of, especially over the last 5 years. I would say I'm cautiously optimistic based on what I'm seeing right now that we can be very successful this fall with our women as well. So last week we took the team out to Ohiopyle, Pennsylvania. Really an important part of just forming our team at the beginning of the season. Things get so chaotic on any college campus, LVC as well. So it's nice just to collect ourselves, kind of go out into the middle of nowhere, beautiful trails, lots of activities. And I think it went really well this year, and we're grateful that we had the trip. So for us, that I feel like it was really important for us this year and just kind of reestablishing what it is to get in the routine of building for what is a long season ahead. And we're aiming for end of October for our conference meet, so right now we're just trying to lay the foundation, get good work in, figure out who we are. So it's nice not to have any distractions, very limited cell phone service, you name it, out there. So it's just nice to have just our group, do a lot of activities and get to know each other a little bit better before the rush of the school year begins. So our schedule this year, we are starting off at F&M, a small tri-meet with F&M, ourselves, and E-Town. Just a 4K, so nice for us to knock the rust off and see where we're at. I would say probably none of the schools there overwhelmingly care about the specific results. We just want to get back in the swing of things, get a good hard effort in. So I'm excited to work with the coaches on making sure that's the right fit for all of us. Our first real test, early season test, will be at our home course at Union Canal Tunnel Park. We will see a lot of conference schools there, some non-conference schools that are good squads as well. So that'll give us an early season read on where we're at as a team. Different to other years, we're going to race more this season than we have in the past. I just want to get us back in the flow of competing. I feel like racing cross country is different, and our LVC returners haven't done this in 2 years. Our new people have never raced a 6K or an 8K, right? So we're all going to be a little green. So we're going to kick that off at Lock Haven, which is always a great meet, a mix of D2, D3 competition. The week after, we're going to go to Paul Short. Then we're going to go to a smaller meet in Philly called the Jack St. Clair Memorial Meet. That's a very difficult course, so that's something our top athletes will be getting back into a higher training load, but just getting a good hilly course in. So we'll have 3 weeks in a row, which will be really nice and give us, as a coaching staff, a read on what we need to do over the next 3 to 4 week block to prepare for our conference meet. Conferences will be at DeSales end of October, and then our regional championships will be hosted at Big Spring High School by Dickinson 2 weeks thereafter. So a little bit more of a crowded schedule than we're used to in the past, but I think if we balance our training around it, that the increased racing frequency is just going to be an important component of making sure we remember what it's like to do that cross-country push, which is different than track. Being able to go around the course and just kind of, it's more of a raw competition, competing against who's around you, knowing what teams we're trying to aim off of. So getting back in a racing flow is going to be really important for us. So our men's team, a lot of depth. Maybe the most depth we've had in my 14 years coaching here. A little too early to tell, but from what I'm seeing, so far so good. Noah Griffin's coming off of a great track season, winning the conference steeple, and turn around the next day around a 15:25K. I think he's going to be up there in the conference. Getting Jeff Campagna back on his feet. He was a little banged up last year, but Jeff has been a 2-time second-team All-MAC runner for us, is the model of consistency. Tanner, as a senior, that's our other captain. Tanner had a great track season, one of the tougher people we have on our program, so that's a great leading contingency that we have. We have some awesome middle distance runners that I think have put in a workload that are ready to step up. Our junior class to me looks really good right now, that they've done their homework and are ready, to pursue some good things with our team. Underclassmen have come in, they've been a joy to work with so far too. It's so hard to tell what their talent level will translate to immediately in the spring over 8K, but the attitudes have been good, the work level has been good. I'm really excited about our men's team, as I feel like we can show up and be at least good on any course we go to, because we have so many bodies that are out there. Figuring out how to turn that large group into a high performing group by the end of the season is going to be our task. But our 4th place finish in 2019 felt really good relative to where our talent level was at that time. I think we might be more talented now, so we're going to kind of see. I think the men's conference is more open than it has been. I think there's 6 or 7 schools that all look very good, and we're going to, as we get back in the swing of things, see how that shakes out for the conference. Women's side, we've graduated a lot of all-region, key performer type people for us over the last couple of years. And it would be easy to just think like, okay, since all of these people that have been important to us are gone, that the cupboard's bare. I told my women's team in a team meeting the other day that I was excited about them over the summer based on what we're putting together, but now that we're back on campus, I'm like even more excited about them, what I'm seeing so far. I'm more optimistic than I was before. I always try to keep things as real as I can, so we can set good realistic challenging goals, but nothing that's too pie in the sky or nothing that's too easy to achieve. Lauren Wick is in phenomenal shape, so she's coming off 10K, 5K double win last spring, steeplechase school record, 10K school record. Lauren Wick's going to do her thing, and we're really proud of the work she's put in to get to the level that she's at. Beyond that, we have a lot of people that to me were question marks coming into the year, and now that I see them, they are no longer question marks. They put in the work they need to. They've recovered from things that they've needed to. We have a lot of young ladies that I think could be better than people think they might be looking from the outside in. So I don't really want to talk about too many, because I think that's going to be for us and our coaching staff to uncover throughout the year. And everybody kind of works on their own timeline. We don't need to rush into things. We need to be ready when it's important, which is middle to end of October. So looking at what we have now, very excited about it. Again, a great group we have a pretty large freshman class. They're doing a great job enjoying learning about our team, learning how we do things. So I'm excited about them. We have a couple of bonus upperclassmen that are out on our team that are doing really well so far too. And then just our older, junior, senior class has done what they need to do to give us a chance to be successful this fall.